Mic check, mic check.
Hey, it's Kelsey and Tony live.
We're live every Thursday at 5 o'clock, reviewing your photos, looking at portfolios, showing you new gear, talking about the latest in photo news. So join us live or watch it recorded.
And this episode is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the easiest and fastest way to create a beautiful website, blog, or online store for you and your ideas. Squarespace features an elegant interface, beautiful templates, and incredible 24/7 customer support. You can try Squarespace at squarespace.com/Tony. And if you use the coupon code
Portfolio.
you can get 10% off of your final purchase.
Yeah, after your 14-day free trial. It's a great way to make your pictures look good. We'll take a look at a couple of Squarespace portfolios today. If you want us to review your portfolio, just be watching live and use the link sdp.io/link to send us your portfolio. And we'll take a look at a couple that we will probably choose randomly. You can talk to us because it's a live show. That's the cool thing about it. It's amazing technology. People all over the world can tune into us in our little studio down here in our basement.
Yeah.
Talk to us, ask us questions, send us your pictures. All of it happens in real time. One way to talk to us, Twitter, use the hashtag TCLive. Justin can put it up on the screen. Siobhan, is there any other way that they could talk to us? Just random putting her on the spot.
I mean, they can like try and be clever or smart or funny and maybe in the comments, and I'll ask their questions to you.
Siobhan out in Philly.
Siobhan.
Let's say hi to Justin, our producer, working hard, doing all the behind the scenes stuff, trying to fix stuff as it goes wrong live productions.
It always goes
really
wrong
complex,
live.
So yeah, brace yourself.
Brace
Anything could
yourself.
happen.
Wow.
We have a big show today. This
We
week
do?
we're looking at emotion photos.
Oh.
Tell them what that means, Chelsea.
Just
we don't have
means
it on there.
like you got to capture that emotion, guys. Sadness, hope, all of them.
Yeah, not smiling and saying cheese. That's not the emotion we're going for.
Yeah.
Something other than that. So find some photo that finds emotion, and then go to it's right at the bottom there.
Northrup.photo/submit.
Yeah, and there's a little form there you fill out, and then we will literally see your pictures in real time. It's amazing science stuff.
Wow.
Next week.
You really know how to sell it. Next week, HDR.
You know what's funny is I don't think that's an HDR photo.
Oh. Why does it look like it?
I don't know. It's not an HDR photo. Chelsea pulled that example.
Wow, way to throw me under the bus.
Well, you know what? It's not technically. I guess maybe you could call it HDR. It was taken with an A7R2, which has this like crazy dynamic range.
Yeah.
And so I did a huge amount of raising of the shadows and stuff. So in that way, it's HDR.
It looks HDR.
Yeah, when I think of HDR, I think of like bracketing multiple shots and kind
Yeah.
of blending them together, or using tone mapping software. So maybe we should define what HDR is, but maybe it is HDR actually, because I was shooting into the sun there. So this is dynamic range. HDR is high dynamic range, and this is a classic scenario where it would be impossible to capture everything. So over on the right by this wall, we have some deep shadows, and you can kind of see down here that you can actually see texture in the grass here, and you can see texture in the trees in the mountains here, even though that's in total shadow. But I'm shooting into the sun. It's the brightest thing in our solar system.
I think this counts as HDR. It wasn't processed in HDR software, but it has the same essence.
Yeah, I guess I have to expand my definition of HDR, because you're right. I had to manually raise the shadows like 4 or 5 stops. But nowadays, because of these new cameras, especially the Sony and Nikon cameras with their outrageous dynamic range, you can do HDR with a single shot. Because they will capture, 14 stops, but you only see 8 stops normally.
Yeah.
So that's like almost a full other 6 stops you can recover and have it look good. Anyway, modern technology.
I put this little plug for our book in because we have a whole chapter on HDR. If you have our book, Stunning Digital Photography, you can go to chapter 11. You can brush up for this week so you can take a sample picture. If you don't have Stunning Digital Photography, like, what is your problem, man? $9.99. With actually 12 hours of video now.
Really, 14, yeah, but
14.
And we have like 1,300 reviews now. This is an old slide. Things have changed, but
I just pulled it from the bottom.
but yeah, check it out. If you don't have it yet, it's only $10. There's a whole chapter with several videos. It'll teach you everything about HDR.
Is that Mark?
Yeah, I just wanted to cover a little bit of photo news.
Is that Annie Leibovitz?
And then we'll get into this cool gear, and then we'll take a look at your photos.
Cool.
Northrup.photo/submit. This is, I forget his name. It's
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, the guy who started Facebook and runs Facebook, and he's uber rich. And who would you get to take your maternity shot if you were uber rich?
Brad Pitt.
He decided to go for Annie Leibovitz. It was just this, if you don't know her, she's just the most famous portrait photographer alive, probably. Yeah. So that's his casual Annie Leibovitz maternity shot. We have so much new gear because it's the holiday season, so
everybody's pushing their stuff on us.
Yeah, everybody wants their stuff
Epson
reviewed.
gave us this printer for us to try out.
Yeah, and we've been telling people not to print at home for the longest time because the last time we tried it, it was just a lot of trouble. But it was probably, I don't know, for me it was probably 10 years ago. Maybe you've tried it since. And printers have developed since, and I think some of the same issues still are around. But this is a real photo printer, and I made this picture, which you just looked at with it. And it can take roll paper. So it prints, this particular model prints 13 inches wide, and it looks beautiful. This, because it was a panorama, it's ridiculously high megapixel, like 170 megapixels, and printed at like 750 DPI. And if you look at it with your naked eye, as close as you can get, you cannot see the end of the detail. There's a little guy in the corner up there, and you can make out his features and stuff. And I think if you had a magnifying glass, you could probably make out even more. Anyway, it looks just great.
It doesn't have that coating.
Right. So yeah, there's lots of differences between.
But if you used UV, if you put it behind UV glass, which is quite expensive, though. Yeah.
So what Chelsea's talking about is, especially the prints you make at home will fade over time, and professionally made prints can fade too, especially if they're in sunlight. So I did order a frame for this with UV glass, but for this size, the UV glass I think cost me an extra 15 or 20 bucks.
Yeah, UV glass is expensive.
It probably wouldn't be a problem if it were in the basement, something like that. But if it's going to be...
keep it in the closet.
Yeah, it's a great place to put your pictures. Anyway, we'll have a full review of the P600 coming along with tips on printing at home. Another piece of new gear we got in was the Toshiba Satellite S. I just wanted to give it a plug. Wait for the review of this. We actually went through a couple of different models of the Toshiba Satellite S's because they have different models, and the nice thing about them is they're 4K laptops,
Yeah.
which is crazy. This new generation of 4K laptops, the display is just beautiful. And if you're doing photo work, like in Lightroom, it's just incredible to be able to see your photos like almost full resolution. It's a 12 megapixel screen, so you hardly have to zoom in with most cameras. And as you're going through and reviewing your pictures, it makes a big difference. But you definitely want the model with an SSD, because the lower end models have a 4K display, but they're not quite up to the task of doing all that extra processing.
We'll see how we like that.
Yeah.
Toshiba gave that to us as well.
But we'll give them a review, so stay tuned. Another piece of new gear that's actually running right now is the Ricoh Theta S.
Ricoh?
Ricoh? I always say Rika. I don't know why.
Oh.
But you're right, I think
Ricoh?
it's Ricoh.
Ricoh?
This is one of the coolest things we've seen in a long time. It's a 360-degree camera. And it's capable of recording video. And yeah, I think it's recording now. And so it's got two lenses that each record 190-degree angle. And then it stitches them together and stores it. So it makes really low-res video, but it's recording the whole world around you. And it's just a completely different way to film or to shoot stills, because it shoots stills too, because there's no framing. There's no composition. You don't get to zoom in or crop stuff out. It sees everything.
I actually kind of don't like that.
It's something different
In
than
theory.
photography, just completely different.
So we'll be trying it out, but in theory I don't like it. There's something about cropping things out that is photography a little bit, but we'll see.
Yeah, so you still will be selecting your location. You'll be selecting the time of day to get the lighting right, and you'll be, might be posing people in the environment. There's still a lot to it, but there's no hiding from it. Even if you're holding it in your hand,
I don't like the way that sounds.
your hand ends up just huge. So even like where you put it
huge
becomes a big factor.
Yeah.
We have more gear to go through.
Do you think that this is something that has some longevity And practical applications, or do you think that this is kind of a novelty item?
I think that's a really good question. That's something I've been pondering a lot. And I do think it has longevity because it's cool, and we're starting to see ways to actually consume it. So right now, you can post one of those 360 videos to Facebook or YouTube, and you can pan around it with your mouse. But that's not all that compelling. And I don't think 360 still photos are interesting at all. I have no interest. They're just so boring to me. But we got this Google Cardboard in, and these things cost $10.
Yeah.
They're not expensive. Like, pretty much everybody can get one of these. You take your existing smartphone, and then you just stick it in there and hold it up to your face, and it gives you full 3D. And as you move around like this, it moves around in whatever environment was recorded.
You can look down.
And I think that can be really compelling. And I think this format of, whether it's an Oculus or a smartphone with lenses like that, I think this format has some legs. I think it's young, but I think it can work. What do you think? Do you think 360 video or 360 stills, is that something that is a gimmick, or is it going to be around in 5 years?
I'd like to see it used in a way that I find interesting. My experience so far has been that I look at it and I think, oh, this is really cool. And then all of the footage that I've seen is made for this format, and it's boring. After you do it for 5 minutes, you're like, yeah, I get it. Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe we'll have 360 theaters, but there's something to me about...
Oh, really? 360 theaters?
Maybe we'll hone in on I said maybe. I'm saying maybe it'll be like 3D, because 3D is kind of the same thing. Remember, you'd put on those cheesy glasses, and you'd think that was cool for a minute.
Yeah.
But then they came out with 3D movies, and they kind of, evolved the technology. But for me right now, it's a novelty.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do a video with it, but then at what point is the technology too distracting to have an educational video? Or at what point is it more about the technology than the content? And that happened with 3D movies too, where they were always like splashing water, and you were like, "This is cheesy. I get it. It's 3D. You don't need to
Jaws 3D.
Have a fist come out at you." Like at some point, it starts
impeding. There's a body part floating.
Yeah,
They're just making a point of the technology.
So I'm kind of like, it could be really cool. I want to see where they're going with it, because I think it could just be kind of hokey.
There's not a lot of great 360 examples out there. And in fact, most of the time when I look at people's 360 videos, I think, I wish they would just tell me where to look. Because sometimes maybe it'll be something interesting, but you'll end up like looking in the wrong direction, and you'll just be looking at It's like when I play first-person shooter games, and I'm always the person in the corner, like, I'm like missing the whole game. Yeah, I'm going to be that person at this. And then I think, well, why don't you just point me in the right direction? And then I'm like, well, that's just normal video. Yeah. We'll see. Tell me what people think, Siobhan, as you're watching the comments. Let's look at some emotional photos. I think this is a really compelling photo. What do you think, Chels? Yeah, it's definitely emotional. It's so sad. She has such just expressive big eyes. Yeah. Right out of the box, I'm giving that one a pick. That's a beautiful picture. I don't have any edits for the, it's a nice tight composition. Doesn't she look like our niece Maya just from the eyes up? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sweet. I can totally see that, especially when she was younger. Mm-hmm. Look, she's got like scars on her face already. Fantastic. Great picture. Another good picture. I actually think I want to see a little more contrast in this one. That one's sad too. This looks like she looks Peruvian. See the sweater and the skirt and the hat? Yeah, I would bet she's Peruvian. How much? One 3D camera. One 3D movie experience. Why'd you do this to this lady? I wanted just to fill it in, but the default was... Yeah, so... Put a little more light on her face. Yeah, I just wanted a little more contrast on her. So the before and after here. I think the exposure was fine and that it had whites and blacks, but the important part of the subject here was all just midtones. I find that can happen with black and white. Sometimes the face ends up in all midtones and it doesn't look great. Yeah. But that was a good edit. Thank you. I respect that.
It's this hopelessness.
Yeah, I had to look at the title too, which is cheating a little bit. Like
This is Sarah Bowman. She did the dress tutorial.
Oh, I remember, and
Yeah.
in fact, we should probably show that picture off because we spent this last Sunday actually
Well, it's on my
following her.
It's on my
commands.
Instagram.
Oh, okay. So look up Chelsea Northrup on Instagram, and in fact, I'll pull it up now because otherwise people will have no idea what we're talking about. Oh, you know what? It's on your 500 pics. There's a better version of it. This is the picture.
So Sarah Bowman on our blog at northrup.photo wrote an article about how to stitch together a dress and make a comp. And then Tony and I went out and made a video tutorial. She inspired a video tutorial. So this was our finished product.
Yeah, and we have a full tutorial coming, but yeah, I was really happy with the way that picture turned out.
Yeah, it's pretty. Okay,
so back to Susan Bowman's picture. First of all, I like the picture a lot.
I like the photo a lot,
I love the lighting, and I'll give it a pick, but I don't know that her expression
I
conveyed
see more
hopelessness to me.
surprise.
Yeah, she's definitely wide-eyed.
Hopeless.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
emotion.
think of what hopelessness would look like.
Well, I'm wondering
That's
that
a
too.
tough one. She chose a tough one.
But it's a great picture. Good model.
Oh. Defeat. Or did he win?
Yeah, or maybe he just took a roundhouse to the crotch. I like it. I think there's maybe some cropping that could be done. I find myself kind of searching around, like, what's that card?
Oh, because his hand is cut off too. But see, the midtones are on the face again. Like,
Yeah.
you could probably bring up the highlights or something.
But I like the use of black and white. That can really help you concentrate on the mood.
Yeah.
If this were in color, we would see the various textures in his, the color in his uniform might be brightly colored, the background might be brightly colored. So it kind of eliminates those distractions right away.
Just to remind everyone, you want to put your emotion in your file name so that if we're guessing and we're not sure, we can just look and try to see what you were going for. Ooh, aggression. Good one. I got that right away.
Yeah.
And I think that like gritty processing kind of adds to the aggressiveness. He looks gritty, he looks scrappy. I like that. I'm going to give it a pick.
Yeah, as well as the kind of high contrast look. So that's something to think about, is having your processing
matching
support the mood.
Yeah.
I would like to get rid of this little black border on the side there.
Oh,
That's cute.
sad boy.
Yeah, I mean, there's some anthropomorphosis going on, but he definitely looks sad because of the big eyes. He's really cute. The picture itself is so monochromatic, but
I may as well. No.
yeah, it's kind of a wash, right? It's practically black and white to begin with, but it's a good picture. Oh, that's great.
I actually thought freedom when I looked at it. So that's perfect. You did it. Freedom!
Just a minor suggestion. I feel like it might be a little stronger if you were to crouch down a little bit, get him more above the horizon, especially if his arms were above the horizon. Just would tell a slightly different story.
Still good. Surprise? Did she get a present?
Yeah, I think she's just pumped about her Barbie sticker book.
Maybe the colors add to it. That's a great moment to capture. I like it.
What does her shirt say?
Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. Thank
Good
you,
one.
Justin.
Thanks, Justin. I was like, B-U-T? Bro, I don't know. What's this? Sad for
losing a slipper. I can't say that
Oh, no.
that conveyed, but
I will, if you follow his eyes, it does go right to his feet.
yeah. Okay.
Do you think maybe?
We can't see much of his face, really. So I don't know that I would have picked up sadness, and yeah, cropping down a little bit might help. I think we've all lost a slipper. I certainly see enough
sad. I've never
single
lost a
shoes
slipper.
along the side of the road. People must be losing shoes all the time. Look at the sides of the road.
Lonely, empty.
That first I wonder why it's washed out, and I think that might just be
His processing.
a processing
I'm
choice.
just going to add a little highlights.
And I think the mirror replacing the head is really interesting, but I spent the most time in the first 2 seconds looking at it wondering why she was wearing gloves or had painted hands.
That kind of adds to the creepiness of it.
Yeah, it is kind of a disturbing photo, and
I think actually uncrop the crop is awkward, but it works because the whole picture is real weird.
it is weird. I like anytime you're invited to explore something, anytime a picture actually makes you think about it, it's good. Especially
I
if
think
it's
this
meant
would
to
have
be
been
art.
better for our spooky challenge.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see emotion here. You're right, but it is spooky and it is an interesting picture. I like that.
Her first haircut, maybe. I don't see shock though. I see.
No, she has just the most blank expression. If
I
anything.
think she looks almost like fascinated. Like, this is my hair now.
Yeah, but the shot is a very cool shot.
Yeah, it's a cool shot.
This might be one that would work better in black and white too, because we had that dress down here that was just so distracting.
Oh yeah. Grandma swore.
That's funny.
Maybe.
Yeah, our grandmas swear.
Maybe like remorse and joy.
Yeah, I don't think I ever would have figured out what the story is, but
Tony,
knowing that, I like it a lot. 'Cause
this
she
is
has her.
Yeah, she's like, did I just say that?
Yeah, I like that one a lot, so I'm giving that one a pick.
I was just gonna say this is a proper fly swatter. Take notes.
We had to get a fly swatter because for some reason. flies
Because
just
you're a
moved into the
90-year-old
house.
woman.
What? Okay, what was your fly solution?
Just buy them tiny furniture and let them live with us.
Only 90-year-old women use fly swatters?
Yeah, and they buy the right ones with the little metal thing.
I just bought the highest rated fly swatters on Amazon. Who could blame a guy?
Rated them? The flies. Is the only logical
They
explanation.
were not good fly swatters.
Look at this little foal. Lonely. I think he looks inquisitive. His little ears are perked up.
Yeah, I can't say I see lonely, but I think it's a cool picture. I did also think about raising the shadows, but I don't know. It's a matter of taste.
I see like disgust.
Oh, really? I just see like, I don't know how to
Get out
pose
of
on
my
camera.
face.
It's like guy portrait face, where they're just like, other than saying cheese, I don't know.
No, he looks like a little mad, but also the ring, and then his lips are kind of a little like disgusted looking.
I think it's a good portrait. I love the background. I think it's an excellent portrait.
Yeah,
In
I like
fact, I could do with a tiny bit of a crop, and I'll give.
Don't.
Yeah, we can go right into it. I'll give one technical suggestion. You shot it at 1/350th and ISO 800, and so you got a bunch of noise in because ISO 800 will give you noise. You could have definitely shot this at just 1/60th, and that would have given you, an ISO of 200 or something. It would have gotten you a cleaner
What do
image.
you think about going full black and white?
Yeah, I think that works too. I didn't mind the color in it, but
Let's just keep rolling. What's this? Irked.
that just looks like that looks like the shot between the shots, like one of the ones that she was trying to talk in the
Yeah,
middle
she
of
looks
it.
like she was just talking.
I don't see
But she
irked
looks
in it at
nice,
all. I
and
think it's a
it's
nice shot. Yeah.
Nice shot.
Pretty lighting, nice background. The emotion of lecture of I'm trying to read the file name. Lecture Lust by Adam Saki. Lecture Lust.
Is dude bro an emotion?
It is. I don't know. Okay. What?
It's a cool picture.
Yeah, it is a cool picture. Yeah, I don't know that I'm seeing a particular emotion that I can discern from it.
The eyes, I don't know if his eyes are like that or if they just
I think they pumped up the colors. I think maybe all the saturation is raised up.
Okay. That's cool. I don't see an emotion, but yeah. Eat my dust. That's not an emotion, but I get it.
Yeah, well, I think he's having feelings. I think that
He's-
conveys it. I think it's,
I love the dust.
I think it's a cool shot overall, yeah.
I keep going the black and white.
I wouldn't even hate
Because
more of a crop on
look
here
at all
'cause
these
of
ugly tourists
the trees
ruining
in
it.
the background. I feel like it was handled pretty well, especially with the
I think
the
they should
dust
all be
kind of
in
hiding
period
it.
dress.
All right, Chelsea, I'll remember that the next time we go to a Renaissance fair that you want to dress up. Let's talk about a little bit more of the
What?
gear that we have
What are
here,
we
and then we'll
talking
come back
about?
in a sec.
Oh, gear.
Yeah, we just have a few more things to talk
Oh,
about.
gear.
Talked about the Google
We
Cardboard.
did, we got
you can
it.
pick one up. They're $10 at stp.io/cardboard. And I think I'm going to be giving this to people for Christmas. And for $10, it's, I mean, our daughter and her cousin had like at least 4 hours of super fun with that Google Cardboard.
That's
They looked
true.
up scary videos on YouTube, and it's completely immersive and genuinely scary. That Google Cardboard is like the coolest way to spend $10, I think.
I
And
guess that'd be a good Christmas morning thing.
yeah. So I have a suggestion for a specific model at scp.io/cardboard. Yeah, it makes a nice stocking stuffer. It's super fun. And I do feel like you get kind of a sense for the future of photography.
And kids always like the box better. So you
Yeah.
get a 2 for 1.
We are planning a comparison of cameras under $200 because so many people want something better than their smartphone, but they don't want to they don't want to get a second mortgage on their house. But they want a real camera. So we're getting the kind of best under $200 cameras
Let me touch.
from Canon, Nikon, Sony, and Fuji. And we have the first two in. So we'll be
don't like
familiarizing
that.
ourselves with them. Yes,
don't
we'll
like
be turning
that
off all the sounds
magical-
right away.
Don't like that magical experience.
So we'll tell you
Oh.
which one is the best for who, and we'll be creating tutorials around them too, because I know so many people use cameras like these to learn photography, and right now, all
This
the work
one,
we've done is
I'm
around
going to
bigger,
recommend this one
interchangeable
for a
cameras.
forest elf. This one's good for Link.
Link. Oh, whew. We have so much gear. We have some bags.
Yeah, we do.
This is an Ona bag, and
You're going to want to own it.
I think you will.
Siobhan shakes her head. I knew everyone would disapprove. It is
just gonna move this out of the way.
beautiful. It's really well made. It's leather. Actually, that makes it a little bit heavy, but I think it's made for a man because it's very large. They do have a smaller model too.
They have like 30 different models in different
Oh, they
sizes.
do? I haven't even looked.
Yeah,
This
so
one
they
is
have
gorgeous.
specifically for Leicas and smaller mirrorless cameras.
This
and I
has got to be the
bigger-
most handsome bag we've ever gotten.
Oh,
still holding it
oh,
up.
I think so. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah,
and
it's
even
very masculine.
these brass buckles, it's so just nicely made. And you know what I like about it? It's not overdone. A lot of them are like, oh, we have this little doodad and this loop and that. And I'm like, come on. I don't need everything. Right? You feel me?
Yeah, so you can go to onabags.com. they have just beautiful bags there. We'll be comparing this against a couple, like 4 other messenger bags that we have.
You know
to
what I'm
find
doing?
The best messenger bag. What are you doing?
I'm making my own.
Yeah, you're making a backpack, right? Because that's kind of your preferred format.
I'm converting. I'm going to make a video about it because I'm tired of having to try to find the bag that has everything I want and looks the way I want it to look. And they make bags specifically for women, but boy, are they ugly. They're supposed to look fashionable, but they just look like the worst pocketbook from the 90s. It's like something your mom would have used when she just wanted to be practical. And they're like, girls will love it. It resembles the ugliest purse you've ever seen. Like men made them. They're like, oh, what do girls like? Ugly purses. I can't deal with that. I made my own. It's going to be super fashionable. It's going to be very practical. All you ladies are going to want it. And I'm going to make a man version for you man's friends.
I think it's a great idea to make a custom bag. You can make it fit your gear specifically. And also, we've been through so many bags just looking for the perfect bag because it's so important and we still just like haven't found it yet.
No.
Maybe one of these will be it. I'll say the difference between a backpack and a messenger bag is the messenger bag gives you quick access to stuff. Because with a backpack, you have to take the whole thing off to get your lenses out. And with a messenger bag, you can just flip it up.
You don't know. You haven't seen my backpack.
Spin in general, it wasn't a personal attack.
It was.
This is Peak Design's everyday messenger bag, a bag that they worked with Trey Ratcliffe to help design. And this bag is the only bag that I feel like you have to read the manual to figure out. It's so complex. If you like gadgets and features, this bag has all the gadgets and features.
I think this bag is pretty neat, but it's a little too gadgety and featurey for me, except for what I think this is a bottle opener.
Give it a shot. I'm sold if I can open a bottle with it. It'll just save my molars.
It's not. They missed an opportunity.
What? You can't open a bottle with that?
No.
Oh, you definitely can.
You can?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, it sounds like you've challenged Justin.
Justin.
Justin, you want to come over
Well,
here?
now I've shaken up the beer
and
quite a bit.
prove yourself.
Try.
I did shake the beer.
Okay, well, this could be a mess, but
Yeah, this
it'll
could
just be good
messy.
TV.
This could be
Yeah,
messy.
I don't. You're right, though. It probably wasn't designed for it.
It should be. That's a
Yeah, it
perfect
seems like it
opportunity.
should be.
No, they missed it. They missed it. This bag is
Ah.
garbage. Let's just
You're
go
right,
burn it.
you're
Let's just
right.
go
It's the
burn
wrong
this bag. Okay, so I can't open your beer, much to our disappointment, but it does have just about everything else. It's got a cool latch system. It's got whatever this is. You'll like it.
Okay,
We're
so
gonna
there's a
review it.
design suggestion for Peak Design. Really, Peak Design, how am I going to open my beer now?
I thought Trey Ratcliffe was cool.
Yeah, Trey, get over here. Open my beer. The Everyday Messenger, it was a Kickstarter project. You can still pre-order it, though, but it's one of the biggest Kickstarter projects ever. How much money did they
Ever?
raise? Yes, this was a huge project. And I've been excited about it, too. 17,000 backers pledged almost $5 million for that bag. $5 million, which is, that's real money. That's not pocket change. 5 mil. That's not Canadian money. That's U.S. money. That's real money.
People's priorities are weird. You guys are gonna really like my homemade backpack. Trust me.
I do
It's gonna
find
cost
it.
you like $30.
I do find it weird that people buy stuff without ever getting a review.
At least that's real. You know it's gonna happen.
Yeah, Peak Design is a really reputable company. They've produced a lot before.
You can do Kickstarter if you're already a super rich company.
Oh, that bag costs $250. Yeah, I don't know that the Peak Design people qualify as super rich, but maybe they do. I don't know. But yeah, you would think they'd be able to fund it, but they have so much success with Kickstarter anyway. Comes in gray
Okay.
and
Good to know.
brown. What else do we have?
I'm
Should
gonna
we look
do
at
a
more pictures
Kickstarter.
or? Let's look at a couple of portfolios. It's about portfolio time.
It is.
Let's see what else we got. Siobhan, you have any questions or
right.
comments for us while I pull up some portfolios?
Shabam.
You bet I do.
She's so sassy.
Finn wants to know, do you fellow bird nerds keep life lists?
What?
Oh,
I'm assuming that's a list of birds you've seen.
I used to, because I had Northrup.org, which is really old and has a lot of terrible pictures on it, but I have like over 1,000 species of birds on here, and so whenever I got a new species, I would very carefully categorize it and put the pictures up. So for me, it wasn't what I saw, but what I photographed, and I photographed I have more than 100 species of just songbirds.
Wow.
Yeah. What about you, Chelsea? I know you don't
No,
have a list like
I don't
that.
have a list like that.
Justin, any sort of lists? I know you're into birds.
Get lists, Justin?
No, I don't. It would only be like 10 birds I photographed anyway.
So cool.
Okay.
Maybe I'll put the list on my to-do list.
Any other
What else,
questions,
Siobhan?
What lenses and settings would you recommend for photographing theme parks? I'm going to Disney World to take some pictures and would love your advice. I have the Canon Rebel T6i. Thanks.
I'm trying to think of something, a suggestion other than just a kit lens.
Yeah, I was thinking the kit lens should
Seems
be
like the
fine.
kit lens should work fine.
It'll be fine.
Um,
Maybe something with a little reach if their kid is going on the ride without them. Sometimes they're a little up high. But then you don't want to walk the whole park with a big lens, so probably just the kit lens.
yeah, like with that, I would grab the 18 to 135 from Canon. So it probably came with the 18 to 55, but I like the 18 to 135 better. But that should be,
That should be good.
yeah, and really for that kind of situation, the automatic setting should be fine. It'll probably be shooting wide open. So if you wanted to be more manual about it, you could set it to probably, manual mode at the lowest f-stop number, like f3.5 to f5.6, and 1/60th would probably work for most everything. 1/120th if you want to be safe, and then auto ISO. You should be fine.
What other questions, Siobhan?
I have so many.
Loving the umbrella today.
Thanks.
She added some. I think the globe is new.
The globe.
What do I have back there? Globe, a picture of me, Chelsea, and Liz.
Adorable.
Oh, I took that picture.
A plant. Yeah. This is probably supposed to be a joke, but I think it's legit. Tony, do you wear makeup for your videos?
It depends on the lighting, because lighting can be rough on the skin.
What?
Makeup. So sometimes you'll need a little bit of powder, or else you look like a greasy monster.
Yeah. I powder you.
Yeah, so just powder. But yeah, just under hard light. Look at a portfolio real quick.
Sure.
This is Brandon Wexler Photography. And from the layout here, I can see, looks like he's focused on portraits and stuff. Okay, so this is just a static homepage.
I think they only need one of those, but I loved that it looked like it was from a catalog.
Yeah, this is a common mistake they're great pictures, but it's a common mistake to put two duplicate pictures.
Yeah, I think this is the better picture.
Yeah, we want as much variety as possible. And yeah, the second one here has a lot more life to it.
Ooh, I wonder if that's a Hawaiian wedding. Adorable. Great pictures, Brandon.
Yeah. I love that picture. That's great.
Level it.
Sorry,
Level
go
it.
ahead.
Level it.
Oh, level the horizons.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me see if he's trying to sell his work. Because there's this, if you're trying to be a portrait and wedding photographer, I would say make your portfolio about that.
Yeah.
And any sort of street photography in there is only going to turn people off.
Yeah.
If you're trying to be that for a professional, put up a pricing page and focus it on that type of work. Portraits, weddings, couples, engagements. If you're not trying to sell your work, I think this is a good way to lay out your portfolio. I am confused by the layout because we're seeing some of the same pictures here when I click home and when I click this. So maybe you don't need the separate categories.
It's taking so long.
Yeah, that could be our connection. Yeah, so I think there's some kind of duplication, and it can be frustrating as a user to... I need to move my mouse.
Oh, I love that picture.
To click in different places and get the same result. So maybe you don't want to have the same pictures in different places. Sorry, I think Chrome is go out of full screen.
Still, he has a lot of great pictures. I would say he could just pare them down a bit, make sure there aren't duplicates, pick kind of the best of from one scene.
Yeah, as far as your work goes, I think
great.
you're there. The photos are just great. We have a checklist at stp.io/portfolio checklist. And that has some suggestions that I think will help because there's just some like basic usability stuff, but really minor stuff. Oh, let's see what he had to say about using Squarespace.
He loves it. Simply the best.
Well, we don't know because we don't screen these ahead of time. I was using WordPress for years before moving to Squarespace, and Squarespace has made it infinitely easier to make changes to my portfolio as my portfolio has grown without spending hours on small bugs and design problems. I'm very happy having made the move to Squarespace so I can concentrate more on taking pictures and less on web design issues. Yeah, I totally agree with that too. As somebody who worked in the web hosting industry, and I've run more than a dozen different websites just for my own uses and personal issues, personal reasons, personal issues. And it gets so frustrating when you want to just make content and you're dealing with technical stuff.
Yeah.
Squarespace lets you just deal with the content.
I had a few abandoned portfolios before my current one because I wanted to just make my portfolio, and it ended up just being frustrating little bugs. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to just design it and get it over with.
Yeah, and we do currently have a WordPress site just because we need those capabilities. But I think this is not a scruff. Do you have a bottle? Oh, Justin's got me on the keychain. But you know what happens with WordPress is it's free, but then you need we have 75 plugins or something.
Yeah.
It gets to be so technical. And then there's updates and stuff. Squarespace takes care of all of that for you. If you want your pictures to look awesome like that without fussing with it, squarespace.com. Thank you, Justin. /Tony and use the coupon code portfolio.
Yeah.
Take a look at another portfolio.
There's an arrow to the left. Ooh.
I'm just confused because this says Moncton wedding photographer, but then I see this and this doesn't look like wedding photography. That's a beautiful picture.
Yep. No, that was of the play. That was the name of the play, I think.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. Let's look at albums.
Okay, so you have different albums there. So I might give some of the same advice. Like if you're a wedding photographer and you're trying to sell weddings, then I think the site really kind of needs to be about weddings.
Specialized, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that first photo that we landed on, it was beautiful, but if I were coming here for, thinking to get my wedding photograph, that would be unappealing. They have great wedding pictures.
I think these pictures are solid, and you might even have to, if you want to have a
engagement
portfolio with your personal work in it, you might have to have a separate site because you want to keep people focused. Any distraction might be something that turns them off.
Great pictures.
And prevent them from just calling you. And also, you really need a pricing page that will just increase the number of calls you get. People just want to know that you're in their ballpark. People feel tense about calling you to ask the price because they're afraid you're going to be out of their budget and then they're going to be embarrassed. So just remove that tension for them. Give them a ballpark. Give them a price. You could even say starting at $1,500 or whatever the number is.
It'll save you headaches too. Really, you don't want someone coming to you and offering you $200 to do their wedding, or you don't want a friend to come to you and ask for a quote and you say your price and they think you're gouging them or something. It can be good to just have your prices there.
Yeah, that's true. Just to fend off all the friends who want the free stuff. At least they'll know what they're a beautiful picture.
Yeah. A lot of great pictures.
Yeah, the work here is all really good.
So we say this all the time, but maybe you just pick a few of your best pictures from one shoot.
Well, are these categories or just individual photos?
I think that those are just photos with a title on them.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. It looked like it was an album.
But great. So many good pictures.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants to get hired to take pictures of theater and of events, things like that too. So that could be good to keep those in there, his theater pictures.
Yeah, in that case you might.
A lot of high schools and theaters hire a photographer to take pictures of the plays, of the productions.
Yeah. So a little rebranding on the logo might help there. Have it say wedding and event photographer. I will say he's got a price right at the top, but there wasn't an actual pricing page. You see he's got the for a limited time special thing.
Yeah, cool.
He's got some video in there too.
Let's see what he has to say about Squarespace.
Oh, I see. So it says for a limited time $1,500, but then you click that and it doesn't talk about that, and I'd want to click it and see something about that $1,500 special.
Yeah, prices.
I guess we're coming back to the pricing thing.
Yeah.
So good portfolio. A couple
is.
of minor suggestions, but I think it's all overall looking pretty good. Which was this? Ooh, you want to read that, Chels? So many words.
No.
Okay. I guess it would be weird since he's a guy. I got into photography a little over a year ago, and this summer shot my first 6 weddings. I'm actually enjoying wedding photography more than anything else. The fast-paced variety and challenge is a blast. I shoot with an Alpha 6000, but hope to upgrade soon. Squarespace makes everything super easy, creating a professional face for my business without eating too much of my time. I work a demanding day job doing photography on the weekends, and the last thing I need is to fight with my website. Thanks, Squarespace. basically what we were saying earlier, like it's
Easy.
just no
Looks
fuss.
good.
You can go to squarespace.com/Tony, and if you decide to sign up after your free trial, use the coupon code. Look, 10% discount here just for going to that link.
Wow.
Use the coupon code
hooked up.
portfolio, and you get 10% off. They make it super easy. So let's take a look at a
Look at
few
all
more
those
pictures.
cups. I would have read it for the record, but it's kind of far away. I'm getting a little old.
Oh,
Yeah.
you'd have to squint, and that would be
I'd have to
unattractive.
lean or squint, and
Yeah, I don't want you to have to lean.
I hate leaning. Oh, curiosity.
Yeah, I think that conveys.
Yeah. That's cute.
That is a really cute picture. This picture is full of emotion, all right. What do you think that kid said?
I don't know, but I like it.
Yeah, that's a really cute picture. I like that one a lot.
Pissed off wolf. Yeah, it looks like a pissed off wolf. I'll give you that.
Okay.
Spot color. What would the emotion be?
Yeah, I kind of want to turn this one into black and white, just because I think the subject is their expressions and not the subject.
Pride. I can see that. He's looking at his daughter. Erland, you're back.
Yeah, I think it's a cute picture. I didn't pick up pride.
Yeah.
It's tough because when you're the photographer, you know what was going on. You have this emotional weight behind it, and sometimes it doesn't convey in the picture alone when it's just isolated. To
This
me,
is a beautiful picture. I love
Yeah.
the light.
my first take, just looking at the picture, was a kid watching TV.
Watching TV?
Yeah, that's not how it read to you.
No, but she does have kind of a distinct expression, even though she seems expressionless. It's almost like she's just zoning out.
Yeah. Get rid of some of that black on top. This, I think, has some pretty good emotion. And in fact, this conveys pride to me more than the previous picture did, just because of his expression. I think the black background looks pretty good and pretty natural.
What about taking it up?
Yeah, I also agree that the bottom of his shirt was a little bit distracting. I might even crop in from the left a little bit. Oh, yeah. Good. I like that shot.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Maybe do this. Oh, but then his shirt is so overpowering.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What's this about?
It looks like a
New Orleans
marching band, or
parade?
I don't know. He is dressed up. I've never been that dressed up in my life.
Maybe it's like joy. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a
I
good
can't say
expression.
the emotion conveyed, but it was interesting.
You're mine now. Oh, so it's the bull's expression. Rage. Maybe some regret if we could see that guy's face. Let's see. So that pulls, I think, the attention more to the bull's face.
Yeah, I immediately looked at the clown on the ground rather than the bull's expression.
And that is where it's at. That's nice.
A tighter crop there could help too. All yellow shirts. That's just all I see right away is yellow shirts.
Yeah, but that's kind of part of the story. You can tell they're in a group.
In that they all match.
Yeah. But I don't know if this is about the expression so much as their experience.
Yeah, seems almost like street photography. She seems to be having fun.
It's a cute picture.
Yeah, it's a cute picture.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like this picture a lot. I feel like it conveys really strong.
Maybe passion. I like that one. Oh. Some victorious feelings. That's good. What's that say?
That they were surprised by a rogue ocean wave.
Oh, the boy's face. What am I looking at?
Yeah, I don't know either. And Yeah, I can't say that conveyed any particular emotion. It kind of just looks like he broke eye contact.
He does look like, joyful or surprised, though.
But I do think this is another one of those times where the photographer knew what was going on.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so therefore it makes sense to the photographer. But me as an outsider, I don't have any idea. Whereas this picture, I think, works perfectly. I feel like tenderness describes it well. I feel like it's a real moment. I do think black and white is good here, but the color's not bad, and it's nice and tight. I like this picture a lot, so I'm giving that one a pick.
Yeah, I like it too. Ooh, focus. Oh, determination. I got that. I see that.
Yeah, he's got a real intensity about his expression. You can see his eyes.
Oh, boredom.
Yeah.
I see that. Like he's like, oh, he's waiting for someone to come home or something.
I was expecting him to say like surprise or something, and I was going to say that it just seems to convey boredom, but no, you're right. He looks bored.
He's cute.
That's the way our dogs look 99% of the time.
Look at Eloise, Tony. Can we just cut to Siobhan's monitor real quick?
Wow. You are so fancy today, Eloise. I know she can't really hear us. You guys are cute.
She's so cute. All right, how about this picture?
I like that it says Tony is a superhero, but it's a cute picture. There's a lot going on with this kind of out of focus subject here.
Well, the bars are the most in focus part.
Yeah, I think
Excuse
her
me.
eyes might be a little bit out of focus.
Yeah, but I am seeing that she's having fun and maybe feeling adventurous, but it's not very clear.
It's a cute picture.
I like this picture.
Yeah,
a
that
lot.
one made us both laugh. We want to raise the exposure a little bit on that, but that is a really cute expression. Kids have the best expression. Like, they haven't really learned to hide their feelings yet. So often they will just convey right away whatever they're feeling, even when it's not cool, even when they shouldn't really be expressing it.
Yeah, I like that. I was going to go a little bit tighter. She's so cute. Relaxed. Yeah, but, because I don't see that and think relaxed. I just think
Sunset picture.
it looks peaceful, yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice sunset picture.
Oh, this person needs to get into some stock photography.
This feels very stock to me.
We've done this. We've done these types of pictures.
And definitely to me it says what time it is. What time is it? Like she's
like,
shocked
"I'm
at
late."
the time.
Yeah.
So I think that conveys
Shocked.
really well. The only thing that's weird to me is it feels like an alarm clock that would wake you up, but she's not in bed. Like the context of the photo, there's no context at all.
So I think that they captured an emotion and they had a story in mind.
Yeah.
But then it came across as like, well, it is like a stock photo, so it would be put in context. But here it's not really in context, so she would have to be like in a bed, or like if she was running late for an appointment, then it would be a watch instead of a bed stand clock.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He does seem really sad. I like that picture a lot.
That is just too sad.
It feels a little yellow, a little green to me, so I'll just pull the tint a little bit to the right there.
Incredibly sad.
Helped a little bit.
They understand sadness.
That is cool. I don't think that's a comp. That chick has some real hair. How did they? You think she's hanging sideways? What's going on? How did we do this?
I don't know, but I'm not seeing an emotion.
No, but I think it's a cool picture.
Yeah, it is, but I'm moving.
Aw,
Sad. Oh my gosh.
How could you be sad with so many donuts
No, because
around?
his friend's eating it, and he's...
But he's got a whole tray back there.
Yeah, but he was probably acting up that day.
He's not allowed, you think, huh? That's a cool picture.
Oh.
Yeah, that is really
Sweet surprise it is.
I feel like she just saw a family member that she hadn't seen for a long time, somebody she wasn't expecting. I think it works in color or black and white. Her
Yeah.
outfit is so bright.
I think that the outfit, like, goes with her, though.
Yeah, I feel like it tells
My
a
only
little bit
regret
of
is that
her
it seems like
personality.
Flash, which just, like, washed her out and made it really snapshotty, but it's still, I like it. They captured a good emotion. Ooh. This is a great picture, but I'm not getting an emotion from it.
Yeah, he doesn't have that intensity.
They're
in his
saying
eyes.
curiosity, but it's not in context. He's not like peering over a fence or doing something that... I guess he's looking at the photographer, so that could be curiosity. Yeah, they seem entertained. Ooh, Sandy.
That's our dogs. Every show, somebody's got to bark.
Focused, maybe the guitarist. Or Sandy.
Yeah, they seem like performers. I wouldn't say. I think it's a good picture of a couple of performers, but
Oh my gosh,
this one's
this is
right
amazing.
away a pick. That's a
5
fantastic
stars.
picture. You've got the interaction in the background, even though it's a little defocused. I think it totally works and focuses your concentration. Yeah, I gave this one a pick right away.
Excitement.
Fantastic
I love
picture.
that.
With that A7R Mark II,
Oh.
big old camera.
Oh,
What is going on? This
just sad by, I can't read that. from
by
there.
Lisa Keene. The processing on it almost makes it feel like
Yeah.
but
The
if they're-
adult on the swing with the stuffed animal is very unsettling.
Oh, I thought it was a puppy.
It's a stuffed animal.
Okay. I feel like if we're going to convey sad, we might want to go towards the blues a little bit. I don't know. My color adjustments aren't really
What
helping
are you doing? You're turning violet, Violet. It's a Willy Wonka. You got to get on that. Let's.
Yeah, I was just trying to make the processing better support sad, because for me it didn't convey initially.
What if we just went more gray with it? It looks sad.
Also on your
It's
settings,
certainly not happy.
ISO 640 at 1/1000th, but your subject here is completely still, so you could easily be shooting that at 1/30th, but get that ISO down to ISO 100. Clean up the images some.
Happy.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I don't know, it feels a little bit like a pose picture. This one's a
Mad
fantastic
baby.
emotion.
Yeah, that's great.
Look at that baby, too
He's
cute.
like, how dare you put this fur in here? Mad baby.
Well, we'll stop on this and head back to look at some news.
News.
Chit chat, I should say. Chit chat. What's chit
Chit-chat.
chat, Chels? Nobody here knows.
Chit chat is our favorite segment. It's when we read your comments and we just judge you freely. We don't even try to hide it. It's pretty much what's happening. John Williams, type in "Our brand is crisis" fan questions with Sandra Bullock and Billy Bob Thornton, Tony Northrup, and try not to laugh. It's us.
Yeah, I guess I see it. I would bet that guy was watching a video from
When I had bangs.
like a
and I
and
had
you had
bangs.
bangs. Those videos.
I looked like Sandra Bullock. Look at her. Way to go, Sandra.
I wish I had some tattoos.
You could do that. That's easy. Paul Rain. Hey, this is Caleb Rain's dad. Never had to introduce myself that way before.
If you don't remember, last week we looked at Caleb's portfolio and he's 16 and we were so blown away that Chelsea said she wanted to adopt him.
Of course, as you do.
Yeah.
Thanks for
But he
the
has a
compliments
father.
on Caleb's work. He lives and breathes this stuff, so you absolutely made his day. Sorry, not ready to sign the adoption papers yet. And Chelsea, we used to say exactly that. Caleb, get back in the car. Now it's more like, see you later, buddy. Enjoy. Be back at 9. P.S. He purchased most of his equipment after watching your reviews. Wow, his make-a-wish would be to be on your show. Yeah, Caleb was really talented.
I hope he's not getting a Make-A-Wish, though. That doesn't happen under good circumstances.
No, but like, you know,
Yeah.
it's like your ultimate wish.
Yeah.
If you were dying. John Smith, serious question. Is Tony high? Joe Bananas 123. Probably.
Yeah, just statistically, I don't know. But yeah.
High on life.
Yeah, high on life.
And marijuana. Alien or Sutton? They'll never read this comment out on Chit Chat. It's not interesting enough.
Can't tell me what to do.
Wow, that reverse psychology worked on you.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. Stephen Lutz, Photoshop book. Not using Photoshop, but still buying it. SDP, Lightroom, and Buyer's Guide still way cheaper than any single other photography book. SDP is more valuable than a $2,000 lens. Thanks. Thank you. I agree.
I will say education counts more than just buying gear. I see so many people who right out the gate just spend $6,000 on gear. You can go to northrup.photo, and that's our website, and we have a store there where you can buy everything. Or store.
We have blogs with a lot of informational.
Yeah, you know, we should take a minute to plug the blogs at northrup.photo, because every week our very own Siobhan writes a write-up of the live show, a recap
Those
of
are
it.
great.
And so, especially if you don't watch it live, you can go back and kind of follow along and jump right to your favorite parts of the show. Yeah, see, it's linked to the specific time, so you could jump right to it. And we also have informative blogs written by ourselves and guest writers, like how to shoot action on a budget, how to clone yourself in Photoshop. Tigar, the guy who drinks at the end of our videos,
Yeah.
says, wrote about being lazy, creative, and poor, how not to make money, how to composite a dress. A tutorial that we followed this past weekend.
Dreamy Outdoor Portraits with Susie Mead. This was a really good one.
So visit the site, read the articles, add it to your RSS feed if you still do RSS if it's not completely outdated. We'll take a look at some more pictures. Siobhan, do you have any other questions for us?
I sure do. Oh, Sheena asked this one a couple of weeks ago and asked it again today. Have either of you ever photographed any news-making events?
No.
But the Sony event.
Oh, I think they mean like being there at 9/11 or when the volcano erupts or something like that, right? But no, I've had dreams about it.
Oh.
Like, I think dreams are the way your brain prepares you for a scenario. It's like practicing stuff.
Yeah.
And I've had dreams where I needed to like get my camera ready and photograph something that was going on. Like my brain wanted me to not just run in fright, but to be calm and get the right settings dialed in and get the stupid shot. This is how I die. There'll be an explosion or something.
That's why I'm sighing, because I'm realizing this is how I lose my husband.
And everybody else will get out of the way of debris, and I'll just take a
bomb goes off, and you just run towards it with your camera.
Yeah, I'll just take some rebar to the face.
I'm stealing your beer for that. So you're gonna die young.
Any other questions, Siobhan? I keep waiting. It could happen.
Kyle Wolf said, "Wow, that got dark quick." If there was one feature that you could add to Lightroom, what would it be?
Oh, I have such a long want feature for Lightroom, but I'll start by saying I want a feature. Well, we do a lot of wildlife photography. When you do wildlife photography, you take 10, 50, 100 pictures of the same thing, and then your goal is to find the one that's the sharpest. So
or the best position, or...
Yeah, but you will, at least the way I shoot, you will eliminate some pictures that are just slightly unsharp because of animal movement or camera shake or slightly misfocus. I want Lightroom to have a sharpness detector. This is possible. It's possible to look at the frame and tell you how sharp that particular picture is. So I would love it for it to be able to find the eyes of a bird, which it could do with AI, and then rate each picture telling me just how sharp those eyes are and highlight just the sharpest pictures in the set. That could save me hours of processing. It's entirely feasible. But also performance, right? Lightroom is so painfully slow.
Yeah.
You will wait just the other day after that Susan Bowman shoot, I was processing the pictures.
Susan Bowman.
Sarah, I'm sorry.
I was like, who's Susan?
I started processing the pictures at like 10:30 a.m. and 6:30 p.m. Lightroom was still rendering previews. Lightroom is so slow. And as we get bigger, higher megapixel cameras, it just seems to get slower and slower and slower. And the thing is, you look at the computer and your computer's working at like 15% capacity.
Yeah.
Because Lightroom is just poorly coded for performance. They're working off a code base that's like 15 years old, back when computers didn't have multiple cores and stuff.
Capture One seems to be faster.
Okay,
so performance and filtering by sharpness.
Yeah. What about you?
I would like something that also automatically sorted my photos, but not just by sharpness, because I feel like I've had really great photos that aren't my sharpest photos. So maybe it would be intelligent enough to use mathematical equations to figure out the most pleasing compositions and things like that.
Oh, maybe.
I'm going really advanced technology here.
And also just like a mess of like make stuff work the way it's supposed to. Like the face detection thing sucks. and still sucks and has always sucked.
Yeah.
And the panoramas suck. Sometimes they work, but mostly they suck. And the HDR would be terribly useful, except that 80% of the time it's got major flaws
I
that
don't
require.
like it, yeah.
It would just be so useful, except it just doesn't work well. All the stuff they released in the latest version, none of it really works very well. They just need an update where they just fix stuff. You have any particular feelings about Lightroom, Justin?
I just echo everything you say. And,
The perfect yes man.
auto sandwich.
Auto sandwich. Okay.
Auto sandwich. How could we forget? Let's not let that dream die.
Well, we'll take
Speaking of auto sandwich, I'm so hangry right now.
Oh man, we went after. I can't believe it's after 6 already.
Yeah.
Well, let's get through a couple of pictures really quickly.
Okay.
This gal
but it's
reminds me
going to
so
be
much.
through hangry eyes.
Didn't she remind you of Sal's girlfriend at Homeland
Yeah.
Yes.
from like
Yeah.
the first few seasons?
Yeah. She's beautiful.
Yeah,
And
I think it's a great
beautiful
picture. I think it does convey kind of like longing and waiting.
Agreed.
These guys, they have some emotion. Oh, there's the ball. Yeah, I didn't see the ball at first.
He's like, is it going to go in? It looks like it's going to go in. Oh, gosh.
Oh, I feel like they're bringing him back inside. But
Look at the
he doesn't
file
feel like-
name. No. Defiance. I think that you're right, and I love it. He's like, could you not?
I
me?
think that's a great picture. It was taken with an iPhone, and clearly had on-camera flash, I think, because of the fall off. But yeah, it conveys that emotion, and we can all just relate to it. If you have a dog and they're not ready to end their walk,
I have to talk to Cowboy. You can't pull him, my dog. You'll go to pull him, and he'll go, and they'll go, Cowboy, it's time to go home. And he'll soften and like slink home.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of moving quickly through pictures.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, what is Teddy doing? I don't know. The picture, you got a literal LOL out of Chelsea.
So cute. Oh my gosh. Wait, those colors though. Let me fix this.
Well, this dog only has one head, but he's pretty cute. What's doing with his ear? Is that a thing?
What? His ear's back.
It's not. I thought it was like pinned down.
No, I don't think so. I think he's just got little ham ears.
Oh,
like
it's just the way it's folded. Okay. He's really cute.
He's so cute.
Yeah, dogs have such pure and strong
I
emotions.
know, they're adorable. This
That's-
is great.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
can too. These people like each other, I think.
And I feel like they were taking like couples photos, but the backlighting is really good.
Oh,
Wow.
these people also have strong feelings.
But yeah, I like this picture a lot. This feels like photojournalism to me.
Yeah.
Do you think he's for or against? So he's opposing that guy in the background.
Yeah, he's like, sodomy, sodomy.
That's
He's
what
going to pull
saying.
up his shirt. He's going to have the paint like at sports games.
Just says sodomy.
Is this going to be a D, like drawn on there?
D. I think you might be missing the mark there, Chelsea.
I don't think so. I'm good at reading people. Pride.
I thought this was a super cool portrait. I want to see it in
I
black and white, mostly
like
'cause
this man.
the blue in his jacket. I don't love it, but I wouldn't say it conveys pride, but I do really like the picture. The look of suffering on your face of a photographer's child. That just makes me laugh.
I love it.
Yeah, I know. We all have the
Pick it.
somewhat unwilling
been there.
models.
Oh, exhilaration of
Oh,
butterflies.
I like the way that they're holding hands.
I like
In
their
fact,
faces.
Yeah, I would definitely crop it down some because
Oh,
we
me too,
see
because
you were already reaching for that crop.
crop it like it's hot. No way I could be fearful frustration.
Oh, she's going in for an MRI.
I think she's saying like F cancer.
Yeah.
This is great. This is one of my favorite pictures in the night.
Yeah, that is a cool picture.
This is how I
give
feel
that one
every
pick.
time I get a YouTube comment.
Our new
This-
mascot.
I'm actually going to save this because I just like, can you export this for me? I got to save that for whenever people just start talking shit and I don't want to hear it anymore. She was more peaceful. She was like, touched by an angel, I don't give a shit. She's my new hero. What is that woman's name?
This woman's name?
I'm asking because the viewer, they can tell me.
Yeah, I don't.
They can give me your number so I can talk to my new best friend.
Yeah. Yeah. so
I
much
would
getting
say
emotion there.
apprehension because you don't want to talk to a street performer that's painted in all gold.
I hate those fake statue guys. I'm like,
Scare
oh,
the
we got
crap
it.
out of me.
That was cool the first time. Nobody like over 7 is particularly compelled by that. This I feel like is pure happiness. That might even be the most
That's an adorable photo.
just pure happiness that we've seen. And I imagine her shirt's brightly colored, so I think black and white's a great choice for that. Same with him. Just
Happy
really pure
little dude.
emotion. I would definitely crop that down a lot. There's just a lot that we don't need in this picture. Should have locked that.
Still coughing. When will this cough leave? This is Chris. What's his last name? It's right in the corner. And we met him at we met him at Photo Plus. He's also a YouTuber, and I saw this picture of his on Instagram. Thanks for watching, Chris.
Yeah, very cool picture. Feels like it belongs in a couple of weeks ago when we did spooky photos.
Very
Like this would have been perfect for that.
Love it. Watch out. Watch where you're going. Fear of heights.
Yeah,
Nice.
I feel like that wind is going to catch that umbrella and send that
Yeah.
flash over the edge.
Oh, cool picture.
Yeah, that is. It's kind of a lot to take in, but it is a very cool photo.
I'm not seeing the emotion. Maybe admiration.
Not everybody has a good time at a wedding. Well, most of us don't, but this kid's not
I like
not
this a
beyond
lot. He's
expressing
like,
it. Yeah, that is really cute.
No more.
I wouldn't mind cropping in the grass zone. This is totally adorable. This is maybe
This
the
is
most
so
beautiful picture we've seen tonight. Just the
Yeah.
color and the brightness and her
cute.
expression and the leaves. Yeah, I'm going to give that multiple picks. I don't know if you can do that. This is the most adorable picture I've ever seen.
Just like I love leaves.
Joy, that's perfect. That's the best fall picture.
Cool. Final. I'm not getting an emotion.
No, but I think it's a very cool portrait.
Yeah.
I love the shallow depth of field. Yeah, great work on that. That's cute, especially being told solely through the eyes. I like that picture a lot. I think it's a great portrait.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Happy and playful. I get
yeah,
that.
she will always like that.
Sleepy.
Guess I can see
Yeah.
Sleepy.
I can see that. Oh, grief.
Oh, that's terrible. That bums me out. I feel like he lost his dog.
Yeah, that's so sad.
And it conveyed right away. You did a great job of showing that. And so I'll give that one a pick too. Even without showing the eyes, it conveyed perfectly. The storytelling is absolutely
too
perfect.
sad.
No distractions.
I can't end the show like that. It's too sad.
Oh, well, this kid is really bummed out.
He looks like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He looks just like him.
What's so funny, Justin? This little kid is crying.
Just the Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Doesn't he look like him?
Yeah,
Do you know who I'm
Oh.
talking about?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know the name, but I just looked at the kid. I'm like, oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he looks just like him.
You could just show a picture of this kid.
Oh my gosh, I love this picture.
Oh, this is every time I take Sandy for a walk. She's just looking at the squirrels.
We tell Sandy, look at that squirrel. And then I like to say, damn you. And then she tries to get the squirrel. I'm like,
you
they're
know
all talking about you.
what the worst is like twice a year or so the squirrels all seem to have babies. And the adult squirrels just run as soon as they see the dogs. But the babies will let you get within like 3-4 feet sometimes.
It makes Sandy crazy.
The dog freaks out because the squirrel's just looking at her.
Yeah.
Lets her walk right up to
Judging
him.
her.
One time she got up and she pounced on a squirrel. She actually got both paws on the baby squirrel.
Yeah.
And then she was just like
Run.
she would never hurt anything. So she just pinned it down and then she barked at it and then she like jumped back and the squirrel just stood there and then she barked at it and eventually the squirrel ran.
I have a cute story about my dog and a baby animal.
Okay.
It got a baby rabbit and then it killed it. And then he brought it inside and he just cuddled it. Like, guys, you're never going to believe what I did.
Yeah, and then you
And then I
brought the dead baby rabbit out to me and you're like, Tony, you have to bury this now.
What were you going to do? You said throw it in the garbage. That's not even right.
Sean was there for that one. We had a campfire, we were having s'mores, and then suddenly the most adorable, cute, dead thing, and I have to get a shovel. It's like, what a terrible night.
Sorry.
Had a couple of drinks in me.
Way to kill your buzz. I like Anna. Cute expression.
It's just been an emotional roller coaster.
Oh my gosh, we're up, we're down.
Yeah, we're over time.
This is a great photo. I don't know what the emotion is. Old-timey?
Yeah, but she's doing a great job of posing
Posing.
with her hands and kind of digging her fingernails in a little bit.
I love her face.
Yeah, I think this picture turned out great.
Bye, Siobhan.
Yeah, she had dinner plans.
Oh, okay. Bye, Siobhan.
She reminds me of Jane Ritter, another actress.
Oh, that's a great expression.
Yeah.
Especially because the shirt just literally says it.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we're...
I have dinner plans.
Okay, we only have 4 pictures left. Let's wrap up this first import. Yeah, not emotion. I think
Nice
it's a cool
picture.
picture. I would crop it differently.
Ooh, very culty. Reminds me of our Saturday nights, Tony.
That's a really cute picture, too. I like that one.
Kind of shy.
And
Wow, that's
This
gorgeous.
is a great one to finish on. Just like a stock photo. It would definitely sell a stock with just
5.
a touch more processing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. We are
Yes.
here every Thursday at 5 o'clock. Our sponsor is
Still Squarespace.
still Squarespace. If you want your own beautiful portfolio, go to squarespace.com/Tony and use the coupon code portfolio. We'll look at your pictures next week.
Yeah.
Where we're looking at HDR photos, high dynamic range photos.
Okay, see y'all next
Chapter
week.
11 STP. Bye, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks, Justin.
That is all.